What's up, everybody? J Heat Sports Media coming at y'all again with that fire as always, spitting the hot topics and getting the sports conversation started. Y'all know what I'm talking about: football, basketball, and boxing. Let's get on to the next video. So, in case you missed it, Norman Powell for the Los Angeles Clippers yesterday, April 20th, Thursday, was getting it in a playoff game that had big implications. Playing against the Phoenix Suns in a game where when you get the news that Kawhi Leonard, their leader, their best player, is going to be out for the game, you're thinking this might be an easy one for KD, Booker, CP3, Ayton, Monty Williams. They got it made in the shade. However, Norman Powell didn't see it that way. And the reason I want to talk about Norman Powell is because sometimes things get lost among your average fans, your casuals, as they would say, that don't realize just how high of a skill level these guys have. We put on a pedestal the superstars like Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, another player on their team, Kevin Durant, Booker, LeBron James, the list goes on. Steph Curry, all these guys are superstars for a reason. However, the difference between a superstar and a guy that's a six-man or a main contributor off the bench like a Norman Powell isn't as huge a difference as some people may think. The big difference is what makes somebody a starter versus somebody on the bench typically is consistency. Your starters can give you serious production game in, game out. They can get hot for the stretch of a month playing at a high level. Whereas somebody on the bench, they might have big games here and there. They can get hot for a week. Norman Powell showed you when his number was called, when the opportunity was there, he could get buckets. This dude went for 42 points in a critical game 3 at home with the home crowd helping him out, supporting him. He balled out. And he was in his bag if you didn't see the game. I'm talking about spin moves right and left, finishing with the left and right around the rim, step backs with hands in his face. This guy was spectacular, and he was focused and locked in and shot a good percentage. It wasn't just about he was hiking up a lot of shots. I'm talking about he was locked in and focused. Ty Lue said they trusted him. They put him in the starting lineup for a reason, because he was one of their main guys off the bench, their six-man of the year, if you will. And they felt that if they were going to ask somebody to help them out in this situation, he was the guy to give the heavier load to in this game. I was extremely impressed with his performance, his defense on the other end. It was almost like Kawhi Leonard was still playing. That being said, obviously Kawhi makes a difference, but if Kawhi's in that game, Norman doesn't have the game he had because he doesn't get the touches and the opportunities. So make sure you respect these guys out there when you're watching them play. Realize just how special these dudes are. If you were to see these guys who rarely ever get any time, the guys that are in street clothes, as they say, not because of an injury, but just because they ain't getting time in the rotation, the practice squad guys. You catch them in your normal open gym and they look all world. Norman Powell was all world on the big stage against Kevin Durant and Booker and CP3. He gave Russ all the support he needed. Matter of fact, he played better than Russ, which was crazy because Russ was balling too, playing on an all-star level. Game was spectacular. The Clippers did not win, but it had nothing to do with Norman Powell. All right, that's all the time I got. Y'all know what it is, and you know who you're looking for. J Heat Sports Media. Remember to like, subscribe, get at me in the comments. Let's go back and forth. I'm on YouTube, Instagram, at The Vault, JMU414 on Twitter, and of course, what's up, TikTok? Holla at y'all next time.